Mama. Ooh. Thunderbolts of lightning, very frightening me. Galileo, 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 Figaro. Magnifico. What?
I think I need to hug your mom.
Welcome to the Streamless Podcast. Today with me, I have Lazy Warriors.
And I believe that party glasses make every situation better.
Not wrong. Not wrong. Rhenvi.
I've got so many things to do today, but you know what I'm going to do instead? I'm going to take a nap.
Hell yeah. I wish I had that energy. Or lack thereof.
Or lack thereof. Yeah. Nice.
And I'm Cordelia, and my favorite color is indigo.
Indigo.
Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the color, because some people don't get taught in school the Roy G. Biv rainbow, you know, they don't get that I in there. They're like, what the hell is indigo? Well, indigo is like the perfect mix of blue and purple. Yeah. And I have a reason for why I really like this color, because for those of you who know me, purple's not really my thing. Blue is okay, purple's not my thing. When I was a kid, you know, because everything stems back to childhood, right?
Trauma. Anyway, yep. Sorry, go ahead.
I had a favorite pair of socks that I was convinced they were magic.
Okay.
Do you want to know why I thought they were magic?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I put them on, if I wore them with anything blue, they looked purple. But if I wore them with anything purple, they looked blue.
Wait a minute. Is the dress blue and black or white and gold? I have so many questions. Okay.
Well, that's the thing with indigo. If you wear indigo with like a blue, it will look purple by comparison. Whereas if you wear it with a purple, it will look blue by comparison. So I always thought these socks were magic because they clearly didn't change color, but like my little 5-6-year-old brain was like, this is sorcery.
Magics.
That reminds me of like when I'm looking at like, I don't know if anybody else does this or maybe I'm actually borderline insane. If you look at like tiny patterns, and usually honestly it's gonna go left turn here, but in terms of visual cues, it's usually when I'm in a public bathroom and I'm trying to like distract myself from the fact that I'm in a public bathroom. Trying to do anything, right? Because like that's a clandestine mission in itself. But like you're looking at the floor and it's some sort of like repeating pattern, but it's small. Mm-hmm. I'll focus on it or hyper focus on it so much that like in my mind it starts slowly kind of moving a little bit.
Yep.
Or like going in like one direction. Like it'll start like going like diagonally some way or like up some way. And I'm like, oh man, I'm 100% sober, but you wouldn't know. Still trying to poop. Like, whoa. And I'm like, this is far out. And that's all I could think of was like, oh man, do you get the same rush when you're looking at those socks? Because like, I feel you. Yeah, that sounds like it.
I mean, I've had that particular situation happen before to me, like for you. Yeah. But I think all it is because even though you're like focused on the same area, your eyes are still making micro movements.
Yeah.
And the micro movements are what make everything seem like they're actually moving. So, yeah, hi, hello.
It's kind of trippy though that your body can just be like, would you like to hallucinate? Here you go. I'm like, wow.
Oh, you've lost a shit ton of blood. Hallucinate. Oh, you have lack of sleep. Hallucinate. Oh, you've taken too many drugs. Hallucinate.
The lack of sleep hallucination, though, is some sort of demonic presence, let me tell you.
I think that one knows about that.
I mean, the the entire body's just rigged to be in a situation where, like, are you in a situation where you really need to be clear-headed right now to fix the issue? Hallucinate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not wrong. That is not wrong.
And I resent the fact that I was pulled into the lack of sleep. I never go to sleep late.
Never.
And I always get my full 8 hours.
And your sleep paralysis demon doesn't show its ugly face ever.
Hasn't been around for a while. I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, anyone who got 5 hours of sleep or less last night, say I.
Damn it.
I refuse.
To sleep. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe.
I was going to say
I
raise your
want to
hand, but
believe.
that doesn't work so well on a podcast.
Yeah.
Right, listeners, hands are now being raised.
An alarming rate.
They have now shot through the roof.
Yeah.
At
The
Mach
roof-
speed.
The roof is now, as they would say, on fire.
The roof is on fire.
Fire.
We don't need no water. Let that motherfucker burn.
Okay, so you are obviously the
Some
bottom
stuff
cigarette
to-
smoking Spike out of the meme of like the world is ending. I know you guys have seen that. Where it's like there's two different views on it, and one's like in a chair slumped over, like, oh god, how? And the bottom one is Spike from Cowboy Bebop just going, world's ending. Okay, here's what it is. And I'm like, that's collectively probably all of us. That just affirmed that real quick. Like, yeah.
It's the same situation as It's Raining Men and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor being about the same day, but from different perspectives.
That's fucking dark.
Yep.
Also, my mind just went, not raining, and just went, thud!
It's hailing men.
Man!
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
It's hailing men.
Rather than being hallelujah, my mind just goes, it's raining men! Ah! Like, I'm just imagining, like, I'm looking out, so from my office, I'm upstairs, I can see, like, out to, like, the roofs of the neighbors' houses, and I'm just imagining just, like, holes! Just, wham!
Oh, man.
You
the-
just casually looking out the window, all of a sudden you just see Requise just plummeting.
Like, I'm like, oh, well, I know you just finished that edition, but now you got 3 men in it. Enjoy that. They also might be dead upon impact, but you know what? Hey, adds to
The ones that
value.
didn't die are keepers.
Also, you needed to christen it anyway. It's fine.
With 3 human-sized bullet holes? Yeah, I don't think so. That would be
Don't judge me.
Oh, yeah. Just yeah, right. Are you adjusting your safety goggles there, Simon?
Years.
Are you prepared for impact when you start raining down on Africa?
I am. You have no idea.
I bless the rain down in Africa. Yes. Good. Wow.
Oh,
We just
my
took that
goodness.
joke all the way around. Okay. Yeah. Suggest like possibly putting yourself in some sort of padded landing gear.
I mean,
He's got
it
his
just lends a
Pikachu.
whole new dimension to I Set Fire to the Rain, doesn't it?
And I set fire to the rain. I'll be the singer this week. It's fine.
Heard it scream as I touched your
No!
face.
And you're just literally on fire screaming while raining down.
Yep.
Can you imagine being on the ground like, oh, I'm just going to go pop up to the store real quick and grab something? The weather doesn't seem too bad. It's a little cloudy. It shouldn't be a big deal. You start walking out and you're like, you hear this like distance, like just, it sounds like a siren almost. You're like, what the fuck is the, and as it gets closer, it becomes individualized screams. And you don't see it. You don't see it anywhere. No, they're on fire. It wouldn't be it'd be It'd be like, oh my god, like blood curdling level of screams, right? Sorry for editing that later because that got loud.
That's okay.
But I can only imagine you're looking around. You're like, I don't understand, and then you see
Don't
like shadow
understand,
pass over, and you look up, And then your face just drops. Like,
As you see a screaming human-shaped asteroid
Right.
plummeting
and
towards
then you
Earth.
watch like one make full impact because your body hasn't still like figured out what hell is happening. Just boom, splat, and you're just like wiping stuff off your face. You're like, ah! And then you just run. Like it's over. It's over. And you're like, oh, okay. So cool. This is exactly how I wanted things to work out for me. Yep.
Yeah.
That's just great. Got to call the weather station, tell them they got the forecast wrong.
They said it was raining cats and dogs. Really, it was men.
At least they were in the same category. They were all mammals.
Yeah.
We weren't
It's
getting
raining
snakes.
mammals.
We weren't getting fish. We weren't getting insects. We're good. It was
You
just
got real
mammals.
biblical on that.
hell.
I'm like, how many more things are gonna fall from the sky?
Right, let's do the statistics.
Right.
How many cicadas have we seen fall to this week?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
I don't know.
The cicadas
see.
are fucking loud this year. I feel
Okay,
like
but
they're
also-
super loud.
Why can cicadas crawl up trees and scream, but if I do it, they think the neighbors call 911? I'm just saying. I feel like I should also be able to. These bitches every single night have been in these trees, just straight up screaming. So real quick, 50.
No.
Oh,
I'm still here. I'm still here.
I wrote down the timing.
I'm still here.
We're gonna drop a little pin here and
Oh,
see.
there-
I know.
There we
I
go.
was here the whole time, guys. I could hear you.
oh.
Baby, you froze.
Yeah.
You
Rhenvi
froze
froze
again.
again, but Simon didn't again, like last time. Why that makes sense, I have no clue.
I
That's
am
weird.
magical!
Yeah, no, Simon and I are both like, I was like, I'm gonna write down the timing.
No, as soon as you said okay, I'm like, well, fuck. We're doing this. Now. Did you hear my cicada scream?
No.
It's okay.
No!
You don't need to. You don't need to.
Please. Okay, use that for the filler 5 seconds because I need to hear it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be me screaming. That's gonna be
You know
the
what?
whole starting.
Honestly, mood. Mood. We could all use some of that, honestly. Like, oh, how's your year going? Ah! That's how it's going. Oh, okay. That one's a little psycho. Always have been. Tune in next week. You know, I probably got a new sound by then.
I'm just feeling like we're both sitting here like, I want to hear the cicada scream, but the entire fucking street is just sitting there like, who's being murdered?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if I woke the brother up with that one. Because somebody doesn't have to work today.
That Ed Sheeran loving motherfucker can just, you know, his gingerness will put him back to sleep. It's okay. It's all right.
It's
Dude, he's just so orange. I'm like, how did that work out? How did that work out? You ever meet somebody and you're like, wow, that face did not match the voice or things you'd heard in the background? And there have been plenty of times I talked to you or heard someone walk by or talk or ask a question. I'm like, okay. It was like, when I saw Jesse, I was like, yep, makes sense. Like, because it was always kind of like a... I'm like, what the hell? Is he like Boomhauer, but like in slow motion? Like, what's going on? And I was like, well, not wrong.
That tracks.
Yeah. And then I was like, okay. Then I would occasionally hear you're like, oh, he's younger, kind of beep bopping. And I was like, whoa, Ginger. Hello.
And then you saw his face. Dun, dun,
Da, da,
dun,
da.
dun.
And now I'm a believer. I can believe it if I try.
I just love how you can't get over the fact that he's such a redhead.
I can't. Because, like, redheads are like enigmas, right? Like, some of them are like the really, really bright ones. You're like, how did that work? Like, I'll give you a great example. One of my nephews, so of my siblings, they all have boys who have children.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tanner is a mixture from my brother, who I consider not really a redhead, but maybe like a strawberry blonde, but kind of dark.
Still
like a dirty
considered
blonde
a
strawberry.
redhead.
Like, not in my traditional standing, no. And then his wife's a brunette, and Tanner is the littlest, gingerest little baby. And I'm just like,
Yeah.
How did that just kind of like, bam, orange? Like, here you go. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
DNA is just really wild. So no, he caught me off guard. Why? I thought that was an X-Acto knife, Simon. Oh my God. I was like, who are we cutting today? Who are we going to war with today?
Hopes and dreams. I'm gonna shank them.
Hopes and dreams. Whoa. Okay.
This is the one that's supposed to be in my purse.
It was at that moment we started considering.
I'm ready. I'm ready for battle.
I feel like I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win just from fucking old sayings alone.
Have you been hit with plastic though? At a high velocity.
It's a lightsaber, therefore a sword, and mine is a pen, which is stronger.
This is actually what I was looking for.
Cordi?
This is actually what I was looking for, but I couldn't find it in time. But yes.
Cordi,
yeah?
Why so many weapons in your office? What are you afraid of, my friend?
So, here's the reason why I have so many, weapons / knives. They're all knives, really, on my desk. So, this is the one I usually open packages with. It's also got a rape whistle on it.
Wait a minute, though. Open that knife, will you? Oh,
yes.
For some reason I thought it was a switchblade. And I was like, no. I don't think you need to worry about the rape whistle when you're like, you want to play today? Snap! Wham! Like, oh, they're gonna die. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
That's the one I usually have on my desk. Well, when I ordered the Duck Army, I couldn't find that one. It was under something, an object permanence, something dark side.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I need a knife to open this. So I was like, well, I've got one in my purse. So I go and grab this one out of my purse, which, that was like 3-4 months ago that I ordered the ducks and they came in. So this has not gone back into my purse in the time.
Yeah, listen.
So so this has just been chilling on my desk the whole time. And then along with the Duck Army, I ordered the X-Acto knife so that I could make the shelves that they go on. And because I don't have like a proper setup for like a workbench thingy, I have nowhere to store this, so it just sits on my desk.
So what you're saying is you pity the fool that tries to break into your office because you are stacked to the teeth.
Yes, while I am in my office.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Cordi to just lean down going, this claymore I have for fun.
No, unfortunately, I do not have a claymore. ...
Yet.
Yeah, I'd rather have a katana or a broadsword.
What are you, some sort of weeb? Whoa.
All I could think about was if you had something like that, and I really hope one day your camera just clicks on and records you, and it's just all of a sudden, like, you just see the personality switch to, like, Gremlin, and you're like, and you just start running across the screen. Oh. Yeah. And you just start, like, taking off, and it's like, oh, should we be catching that thing? Maybe not. Should we be seeing if they're okay?
Yes.
Look at that guy. Where's he running? Just your friend comes running by with a sword.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we're chasing him.
Oh yes. I've seen that. There's a TikTok where it talks about like, honestly, I forget what it is. It's like the background. You're like, oh, yeah, the whole squad's chasing so-and-so. I wonder who they're after. That's weird. Oh, shit, we're after them. Yeah.
We're the ones chasing them. Fuck.
Yeah. So it's like the Sergeant Clawhauser version of the person who's just like sitting there leaned back like, okay, no big deal. And they're like, oh, wait. I actually have to do my job.
Oh, fuck.
Yeet. No, so...
Yes.
I think we're all collectively very tired, but I
There's a reason I have an energy drink in my hand.
And listen, you both have energy drinks. I have a cold brew. This is also why I'm taking a nap later. But collectively, show of hands, or eyes, who needs to learn to go the fuck to sleep? Just curious.
Yeah.
It wasn't a prostate exam. I was just asking you. You need to learn to go the fuck to sleep. But thank you for turning and coughing. Do you feel anything of irregularities? Are you doing okay?
It's a bit sore.
Is it? Okay.
Oh.
Should send you for some follow-up testing. But Godspeed. No, and it honestly, like, I feel like at this point I'm a perpetually exhausted pigeon, and I'm just like, I don't know if I've ever been fully rested. Couldn't tell you the last time I woke up and I was like, like a Disney movie opening, like, la da da da, the birds are singing, and I'm like, what a beautiful day. Not ever in the last decade. I can tell you for sure. Mm-mm.
I would say
it's like I grew up. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I think the last time was in our childhood, honestly.
Yeah. The last time was on the ultrasound photo. We were in utero. Okay, like, nice night's sleep. Oh, am I hungry? I'll just kick a bit. Great, cool. Thanks for the food. Was that spicy? I will let you know. That gets on your bladder.
Say, even then, you didn't wake up and feel great because you come out after the fact going.
Oh my god! Into all the bright lights. Like, imagine
Hold on.
You're in this nice dark space for 9 months and you're just chilling. You got your food provided for. You're perfectly climate controlled. You got it made. And then all of a sudden you're forcefully ejected into this bright light open space that's probably colder than what you were expecting. Yeah, no.
Just being held upside down, someone smacking you in the ass to make sure you're breathing.
I just realized when Cordi's initial trauma started, it's because the world didn't come in dark mode. And they got ejected into
You're not
the
wrong.
brightest of lights. Like,
Death suggestions for Earth 2.0.
yeah. Dark mode, please. The problem is you and I would both have these clashing moments where you would be in dark mode and I'd be in like, I can't see shit. Where the fuck are you? You'd be like, Marco. Like, hello. And like, that's it. Like, turns on personality and light, and you're like in the corner just hissing at me like, ah. Please turn it down. No, but like I just feel like my brain plays this game every night where it goes, as long as you go to sleep before the outside starts turning light, you've won. and if it's already light when you go to sleep, you can't fall asleep. So did you win twice or are you double fucked? I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it's like, I feel like in my 20s, like even my teens, my 20s, I could pull all-nighters like it was no one's business. Like, no problem, it's fine. And I do it again and again. 2 days in a row. No problem. Right, just totally fine. Probably shortened my life expectancy with that. But, like, I'm sure I've shortened it a lot more in my 30s. But the point was, like, I can do one overnight awake. And the next day I'm pleading for, like, whatever higher power there is, just fucking Thanos snap my whole body. Like, just take me. I'm fine. I'm so tired. This meeting is bullshit. Why am I here? Like, can I just go? But then that night, I want to do it again. And it's like, no! Or I get tired. I have somewhat good sleep. But I get tired at like 2 p.m. And I could just absolutely fall all the way out. And I'm like, oh, please. If I could just take a nap right now, it'd be great. And then when it's time for bed, my brain is like, you're ready for part 2? And I'm like, no, go to sleep. And
Tequila.
I know, right? I just can't make it happen. And I'm like, how are we? And then it's 4 a.m. again. And I'm like, well, are we winning, son? I don't know if we're winning.
I feel like I might be outing myself on this one, but when I was a kid and a teenager, believe it or not, I always went to bed before midnight because I'm like, I want to get up before 9 because otherwise I won't get anything out of the day. And then, I grew up and I got epilepsy, because my brain went fucky. And now I need to sleep, and I regularly go to sleep at 5 a.m. when I have to get up early.
Yeah, so you've learned nothing. It's fine.
Yeah.
I have potentially become worse of a person.
Yeah.
After getting, epilepsy.
That tracks. Go ahead.
No, to my recollection, because, as you age, your memories kind of work their way into other things, and you're not sure if what you're remembering is real anymore. But to my recollection, I was never allowed to sleep past 9 a.m. growing up. My parents were like, you need to be awake.
Oh,
that was
really?
a whole thing. The only times they would let me sleep in past 9 is if, we had went to Cedar Point on a Saturday and we didn't get home until 1 a.m. or something because we stayed till close. So they'd be like, okay, you can sleep past 9. So I didn't get to sleep in past 9 until college, and that was only on the weekends. So it was.
Yeah.
So my body is like, yeah, woo, let's wake up before 9 now. And I'm like, I was up till 3. Excuse me. But no.
I almost threw hands with a former mother-in-law because of that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
She woke me up we were.
Wait, I'm so sorry, babe. I need you to back that up. That implied you were married.
Well, no, but that's the thing we call it's the same we say it in Denmark if you're in a girlfriend-boyfriend relationship.
Okay, because
they
was
just
the look on both of our faces were new secret unlocked, achievement. Whoop!
No, it's just what we call it.
Okay,
it's a general thing.
Okay. Carry on.
So we were throwing we'd been at a party.
Yeah.
We helped throw it. We went to bed at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
She came in at 8. Knowing full well we were piss drunk the night before.
Oops.
And started waking us up you need to get out of bed, you can't sleep in all day. And I just woke up why? Because otherwise you'll waste your day. What of it? What do we have planned? What are we going to do with this day? Well, you have to spend it wisely. I'm spending it sleeping because I am fucking hungover. Now walk away.
Now, I will tell you something petty that I would do. And I kind of, as much as being on that, if I was on your side of the table, I'd be like, oh God, come on, leave me alone. On the other side of the table, if I were to have small people keep you up at all hours of the night. Wake up first thing in the morning, want to mess with you until basically their teen years and they start actually sleeping in. If you don't think I'm not going to be absolutely destructively loud for at least a good couple years there, just for some other fucking payback, oh, you'd be mistaken. I'm not going to get a quiet little Dyson vacuum. No, I'm going to find the 1980 Hoover from my mom's house in the closet, and I'm going to ram that shit into every fucking corner of the house on the mornings just to be like, oh, I'm so sorry, are you sleeping? Bam! 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 Yes, Cordi.
Just oh my God, you said the 1980s Hoover, and my brain went, oh my God, my grandparents' vacuum. They had one of the ones that had the actual metal bottom.
That's
with
what I'm talking about.
The reddish maroon bag thing. So I think that one was from the 70s, but still, they used it until the day they died. It
still works. My mom has it. Yeah. I told her in her will, I get that.
I was
I'll yes. Oh,
my brain just went.
Yep. And they could never not hit the corners, right? And you're just like,
exactly.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell them to change the sheets in the middle of their sleeping. I'm going to do whatever else I can just to possibly be a little louder. So yes, I would bust in on your hungover ass and be like, today's the day, and I would have absolutely nothing planned. Nothing. Mm-hmm. Or something very tedious like pressure washing, but not with a nice big sky scrub brush, because that would be too nice. No, the little one that has about this much clearance, you have to go like this all day, right, to get like a brick done.
Just about a 2.5 inch clearance.
Yes. And I would make you power something that no one's ever gonna see, like the back right corner of the house in the backyard by the shed. Just to mess with you. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Were you peacefully sleeping? I was too, and then you were born. Like, just a little payback. Like, I don't hate them inherently, but like I want to feel a little bit of
I mean, to be fair, at that point you did choose to put a little screaming box baby into the world, didn't you? You were the one who chose to put the screamer into this world.
Yeah, but did you want me to bury you in the backyard with everybody else? Because, like, you had a couple options, Chief. I could have...
No, I'm just saying you knew what you got yourself into. And I don't feel like it's fair to then punish the children for that. That being said, I'm definitely going to sabotage every attempt at intimacy when they reach proper age. Because I am a dick.
I'm ruining sleep. You're ruining sex. I think there's a few differences here, sir. Okay? Like,
yeah.
I'm just
Sleep's
saying,
a basic human need.
I'm going to go all the way to the Supreme Court on the second one being a basic human need. But you know what? That's fine. I will see you there. But deal with it, all right?
Coming from the asexual in the group,
yes, I know.
It's not a basic human need for everybody.
I'm talking about the non-ace and I down here. We're gonna listen. We love you. Just be the peanut gallery, like dead middle between the two sides, okay? Like, so we know you're just.
I'm
like,
the curtain.
Was it Switzerland?
I'm the curtain.
You're just sitting there like, I'm just wanting my hot chocolate. Rhenvi and I just dropping verbal bombs at each other.
But we occasionally pause, look back, and go, low on marshmallows. Okay, hold on. Okay, stay there.
No. Here we go. We built this big wall, kind of like the Great Wall of China or like a medieval castle wall or something. I'm on the parapet or whatever it is, the big old tower thing, right? I'm sipping my hot chocolate. I'm looking off to Simon's side going, that sleep looks mighty nice right about now. Looking over to Rhenvi's side, I'll take some of those thirst traps. Don't need to do anything about it, but I'll take those thirst traps. Thank you very much. And then I just go between both sides, just looking back and forth, sipping my hot chocolate, my tea, my coffee, whatever I got, and just enjoying the volleys between the two.
Just every couple of days, I wake up, the sounds from Rhenvi's side of the wall stop, and then we just start dropping verbal bombs at each other.
When you said wall, my mind just went, damn Mongolians! I went the whole entire South Park clip like, no! Please stop destroying my wall! I was like, yeah, pretty much. But like, literally it would be snores and sex. Like, that's all you'd hear and just be like, ah! 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 Harder. Ah! It would just be the most wild soundtrack. While you're sipping your hot cocoa, like, this is fine.
But meanwhile, I wouldn't be able to sleep at all.
No.
You're just sitting there sleep deprived with your hot chocolate, watching how-to videos on YouTube, listening to the cacophony of weird sounds coming on.
Yes.
Start putting Baileys into my hot chocolate.
Yeah. Eventually, it, like, changes from, like, the intensity of that to, like, ocean sounds on the sleep side, right? To like soothe to sleep. And then mine is like sexy saxophones. It's just like, you know, or any other sexy tune.
You're careless whispering.
Oh yeah, with ocean sounds, just.
The soundtrack on mine would be very confusing because it would be everything between ocean sounds and like rain and then ocean man, take me by the hand. Okay.
I have no clue what you're referencing on it.
Me either.
The song Ocean Man.
Yeah,
sure. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then off to some hardcore techno, a bit of Disturbed, back to ocean sounds.
See, if you go to hardcore techno, you're just giving Rhenvi a beat to fuck to.
Thank you. Oh my god, my brain was right there, circling the drain. Like, yes, let's do that. Okay.
Doesn't help that the beat that was in my head is.
And there's no drop.
And listen.
We like long build-ups and disappointing drops.
My side of the wall is sounding really good right now. Really good. There's no drops.
As long as my bed's comfy.
You can keep jackhammering? Perfect. Like, okay. Yep. Yeah. It's going to be a very loud tower for Cordi. It's also going to wonder if it's an earthquake or seismic plates moving or just us.
I would need to put one specific song into that playlist just to see if it would mess the rhythm up. And just be hookah chaka, hookah, hookah, hookah chaka. I can't stop this feeling
deep inside of You're welcome. It works really well. Yep.
You know, the only thing that would complete this for me is the fact that if I'm in this tower, I have a room that I can actually go to sleep in that is perfectly soundproof, so I can just go and hermit in there when it gets too overstimulating. Because
I just imagine like you would just because like the sensory thing would like overload you to shit in like 3 seconds.
Yeah,
but I can see like if it got randomly quiet one day, you would just come out of your little post like,
what is going on? This is BCOs.
Yep. You know, because I wouldn't be able to hear that it got quiet, but I would have like a little monitor on the wall that would give me like decibel levels of the outside world. And then I notice it's almost flat one day. I'm like, what? Huh?
You're like in a little fallout shelter.
I don't know what's going on out there.
Those seismic readings. Yeah. You're like, did they die? Or are they sleeping?
Peeking out your room with a cup of fresh hot chocolate and a Oreo crack, like an Oreo thing in your mouth, and like, you know, what's going on?
The best part of that, my M. Night Shyamalan asks, like, and then we were just gone. And you're like, right. Did I?
There was nothing on each side of the wall.
There was never anything there. It was just all in your head.
It's a constant battle. It's fine.
It's like all of a sudden Simon and I just fade away from the podcast. We were never here.
In reality, I've just been talking to myself in 3 different voices this entire time.
I want to tell you.
Nobody told me.
We're back to that whole you're the last living being on planet Earth. You're sitting in your home, something knocks on the door.
Yeah.
I do like that we would be the manifestations, though. I'm down with that. I'm down with that. Kind of psycho, always thirsty. Sleeping and fucking ADHD to shit. Yeah, so this works out alright.
Yeah. Party glasses and all. Party glasses and all.
Woo! I'm okay with that. No, so we were talking about like sex versus sleep here, but I have questions about like sexual evolution, and I feel like I'm just curious since we're pretty open anyway. But like, I feel like when I started, I was very shy and I think everyone is kind of unconfident, kind of like, I don't know what I like, and you're like, oh, whatever, you know, it's cool. Like, if you like that, that's fine. Like, I guess we can do that. You don't really have your own voice, and like now I'm like, I will come. I don't care how you do it, but like, I will. Like, I don't. This is not all about you. We're all about finish the job, and the way that like things. I'm sorry, the way that things happen. Like, so I feel like it used to be very boring and basic, and I kind of went through a moment where I was like, kind of like don't want to do it all the time anymore. And then 30 happened, and I was like, we're back, baby. And I now am just like, I feel like I'm almost always hungry, but I'm hungry for like certain specific things. So like, you know, I need rough. I need certain stuff that's just like, young me would have been like, oh, I don't know about that. That seems a little dangerous. And I'm like, choke me until I die. Thank you. There are certain things like I don't care if you snap my back in half and paralyze me. Fucking blow my back out. I wasn't joking.
Calm down, fucking Bane.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, that's the kind of stuff that like I need. And I feel like people kind of go through their waves of like, what's their thing and then what's their preference. You kind of come to this like home, right? Of like, this is where I need when I want. I know there's Ace here. When I want something, this is what I want to have happen. So I'm just like, I'm curious. Where did you start? Where are you now? Like, what's your yes, this is it for me, you know?
Well, for me, like, masturbation was never a big thing for me when I was younger, so, like, I hadn't fully explored everything, really, so first reaction upon seeing my first real-life dick, I was like, how does that fit?
Listen, I don't blame you. Yep.
So what angle do we insert this in?
Just literally, that was my first reaction, was like, I don't think that's gonna work out the way you think it is.
Stop it. You're not Tetrising here. No, that's a great point, though. That's a great point. Yeah.
So,
Tetris.
So, and then, like, once, you know, sex started, like, the first few months, I was like, oh, yeah, this is great. This is nice. It makes me feel good. I've got these nice endorphins in my brain. But then the novelty kind of wore off. As weird
like,
as that sounds.
Your brain was like, check, please.
My brain is like, this is so much work. So much work for a little bit of dopamine, serotonin, whatever chemical. And it's like, can we get this another way?
You know, your body said, listen.
When I started drinking.
Your body said, listen, I understand at Kroger this is like $6, but at Costco it's $7 and I get a lot more. Why do I need to do Kroger anymore?
So, I mean, and that's when, you know, we started, you know, me and the boyfriend at the time started delving into certain kinks and stuff. So I found things that heighten things for a little while. Still do, but it doesn't have the same impact as, you know, it used to. So then that relationship ended. Next one starts, and it was like the same rotation of feelings, you know? It was like boom, 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 you know, starting out. But then it was like, okay, now what? Like, so, you know, I do go through, for those Star Trek fans out there, I go through like a Ponfar once a year where it's like I'm ultra horny for like a 24-hour period. And
you go
like,
into heat.
Yeah, basically. Once a year, though, instead of like, you know, once a week, it's once a fucking year. So it's like,
yeah.
And that's it. And the rest of the year, I'm like, well, I mean, I'll do things, you know, because I'm not against doing them, and I still get that dopamine, serotonin reward, but it's not on my priority list.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
That's me. That's my brain is just like, okay.
Yeah. Simone.
Well, I went from virgin to full-blown BDSM in about 10 minutes.
All right, so we'll come back for this Mrs. Robinson story later. No,
we want to know now.
No, we do, but I unpack that. But like, was it like you enjoy that? Like that was your own like personal evolution, like or just that just kind of happened?
Well, so we got naked and we started doing the thing, and I was very insecure. And about 10 minutes in, one of us was tied up, and spanking happened. And then about an hour and a half later, I went, well, okay, this is life now.
Oh wow. Okay. So do you still live there, or have you evolved from that?
Well, I like tying people.
Okay, so we know it was not him tied up. Got it. Answered that question.
No, I didn't say that.
What if they took turns? They could have taken turns.
Yeah, he said one of us.
No, that was just... He only said 10 minutes later. He didn't specify an hour. When he said an hour and a half later, this is life now, didn't specify they didn't swap it out.
Cordy, you really should have been a lawyer. But we're gonna... look on that face. Anyway, yeah, so... Cool, so we're all in this BDSM sling. Great!
Yep.
Ah, welcome to adulthood.
And doming is,
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm a sub that can switch if I need to.
Mm-hmm.
If I need to. Not my preferred, but I can do it.
Yeah.
And Rhenvi's the conqueror.
No, it's funny because like it depends on who I'm with. Like if I'm with a woman, I'm definitely a dom. But if I'm with a male, I am 100% a sub. Like it really does depend on gender. And I don't know why, but my mind is like woman. At the same time, high levels of aftercare. Like,
oh yeah.
Obviously.
And then I'm like, also I love you and like whatever you need. Like here's some food, here's a blanket, here's some ice, whatever you might need, right? Like full care. On the other side, I'm like, just throw me in the trash can when you're done. I don't give a damn. Like you literally take me, put me on a spit roast, just call it a day. I'm like, that's fine. Like I don't care. I'll be here. It's cool. I don't care. but it's just like it's such an inherent like switch from one gender to the other, and it shouldn't matter. But for my mind's like, no, can't. Women, precious, must care. Men. Please abuse. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Take care. Like, I could walk out with crutches. Like, what a wonderful day. I'll call you in about 3 weeks when I heal. Thank you.
Walking down crutches. It's a beautiful day and I can't stop myself.
Yeah. But it's like it's literally the same level of high, but wildly different endorphins being on one versus the other. So weird thing. Yeah. But no, preference is to be absolutely obliterated. So no, I'm not the destroyer. I'm the destroyee. Usually, as tough as I sound, I'm really not that much of a rar person. I'm a rar person when someone's like, yeah, that.
It means I love you in dinosaur.
I've never heard it said with that accent, but all right, there. Yeah, no, I'm only like legit rar. Like we ride at dawn. If someone's like, "Oh, my friend is upset," and you're the one who hurt them, shame. You could have lived a lot longer.
Wait, what was it a TikTok I sent you, or just a meme or a tweet or something about anyone under 5'4" or something?
You sent it to me.
Wouldn't mind being strapped to your back, but will fight anybody for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, the littler we are, the more aggressive we are. Just like,
fucking true.
Man, if you fuck with us, or our family, or our friends, I mean, there's just, my grass is growing in really nice this year. Really well fertilized. Yeah.
Can we just have that was a full-blown ADHD moment.
No, it was not. It connected very well. Think about it. My grass is growing in very well this year. It's very fertilized.
No, I got you.
Oh,
I caught it. Simon's the slow one on this for once. Holy shit.
It happens. Don't worry.
Would you like to see my rose garden? They're blooming. Yeah.
The shorter people are, the more aggressive they are. I specifically sent a TikTok to a very specifically designated short friend who will know who he is if he hears this. Where it's behind every small friend, and it's just like it's a very tall, very exhausted friend trying to stop them from committing different war crimes.
Wait, though, but like the truth in that is
I know
solid. Yeah, but like I might be banned in a few countries. However, it might have been worth it. Okay, yes. I'm just saying. Yes. I might have been a pocket weapon of natural destruction.
To throw you like a ninja star.
Oh my God, if you could launch like that, if you think I would be, I mean, the poor people it's coming at, and I'm just like, ah! Like, I'm coming for you. Like, I will annihilate you because I won't stop on impact. Okay. I'm just going to keep going. Just, ah! You know, like short little chibi little hands. Ah! I'm going to knock you out. You know, it's fine.
Everyone else has a throwing weapon that just goes. We throw Rhenvi. They just hear beep beep, motherfucker.
Can you imagine my tiny little like weapons, like my tiny little great axe? I'm like, ah! You know? I look back and I'm like, did I do good? Yay!
You did good. You did very good, Pat's head.
Yeah.
You did great. Here's a gin and tonic.
I just look up and I'm like, Mother, I crave violence.
Mother, I crave violence.
The blood of my enemies will sustain me.
Yeah, that was
Fucking. So what would you like to eat today? I wish to devour the unborn. It's called eggs, Jennifer.
Yes.
yes.
Boneless baby chickens.
Oh wow. Boneless baby chickens. That was a good one. Okay. I'm gonna have to write that down in my head for later. Like, I'm sorry. File, save, location.
Get the
Random
Rolodex
shit.
out.
Got it.
Oh, we're talking more like a card catalog like they used to have in libraries.
Oh God, thank you. Yes, you get what I'm talking about. Yeah. A little scoop.
Fucking Rolodex.
Well, there's Rolodexes,
like,
those are different, but like card catalogs in libraries were traditionally like little, like that's basically where index cards came into play originally. Is, you know, there'd be these index cards and then like a certain way
you would
everything
open
was
up a
printed.
file.
Yeah.
And you'd find like, oh, okay, this is what I'm looking for. Pull it out. Use that to then go find where it's like Dewey Decimal System, where that book was located.
Mm-hmm. And some of them you could actually take the card and then you just take the card to the librarian when you go to check out and they'd refile it later. Other ones were connected to the actual drawer, so you couldn't like lift it, so you had to like take notes on where you had to go. It all depended on the library.
Yeah.
Hi, I love books.
No, same. Listen, I remember all that because I was like, oh, wow, how cool. And then as an adult, and I'm like, I can't imagine organizing that. I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, don't touch them. My cards.
I think almost all libraries are digitized at this point, though, when it comes to that stuff. I don't think there's card catalogs anywhere. Here,
I would say that there's probably more historical saved stuff, probably overseas, that still runs on lower level. I feel like there are small remote areas that still kind of run on more of a tradition than technology. Well, like, I want to hope there is, you know.
Small towns,
I would
maybe.
input on that in regards to like Danish libraries, but I haven't been in a library in years.
I mean, honestly, same. But like even
only because of COVID. That's why I haven't been in a library in years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, look at your face. Shut up, Simon. COVID didn't stop you from going. What's up, Cordi?
My second job was as a page at a library. So a page basically reshelves books and then makes sure the books on the shelves are in the right order and stuff. And there's a whole thing. But even when I was working as a page, I think that was the summer of 2007, 2008, 2007, I think.
Your brain and my brain did the same thing. Go ahead.
I think 2007. And the library I was working at was transitioning to digital. So, like, we still had the card catalog, but we were also, like, inputting everything into the computer. So, like, the town that I was working in the library at, relatively small. So, like, even small-ish towns, but it's still suburban, so it's still kind of close to the city. Now, rural towns that are small might still have card catalogs. Do not know.
Yeah.
More research is needed.
That time frame actually is kind of, it's funny that adds up, because when you were doing that, I was actually, so you know I've been in IT forever at this point, but like I was working on the first attempt of digitizing medical files. Back around 2007, I was like, wow, that was when we started digitizing stuff pretty heavily. That's crazy. Yeah. Simon, 404 not found?
Nah.
Well,
Those in the audience,
Hello?
there's something really majestically beautiful about Simon that his brain can literally just fucking go into power save mode. But like the eyes are open and the lights are on, but like fucking no one's home.
No one is home.
And it's like even his own home security system is like, do we prep for a break-in or not? Because I'm really confused.
I didn't even realize it signed off.
and that's usually how it works with you, is you don't realize it. Yeah. So it's beautiful.
Bum, 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 bum. It's just gone.
And it's one of those things where it's like, you'll hear something. We don't necessarily go, Simon. You'll hear something very specific. It's like selective hearing. And you'll go, oh yeah, da-da-da-da. Like out of nowhere.
Like jumping in front of a moving train. Like, hey, splat! It's like, no, we were already chugging along, and you're like, well, now so am I. It's really on the front of it, like a carcass. Jesus. Yeah, no, you can put that laugh away. I don't want to make that laugh again. No, no, it's not for me, dog. Pass. Yeah, no.
Wah.
Oh my god. Okay, so speaking of awakening at certain times and being present or on power save mode, DMs, and I have questions about this, whether it's like a text message, a direct message. You guys, everyone already knows I'm fairly extroverted, but there are times when like literally someone will message me and I'll sometimes, okay, I apologize, people who know me online and in real life. I love you. I do. Brain goes smooth, don't work so well sometimes, okay? Sometimes I let a message marinate for a little bit before I get back to it. And but the thing that really gets to me, as much as I want attention and to be like conversating with people, is when I wait those few days, right? And then I get back and I type something out and immediately they respond. I'm like, no! Oh no! I mean, there's a reason why my R is backwards. It's really hard to at me. Like, there's a lot of things that, like, I live in this parallel, overlapping Venn diagram BS of, like, wanting all the attention and wanting to be left the fuck alone. And, like, it's a weird ride. And I'm like, why that irks me? The immediate response, like, were you just waiting at like, your phone and your computer? You're like, go back to respond. Wait.
Anytime now, she gonna text me back.
And I have two friends who will just continue the conversation, whether or not I respond. One of them does it pretty much half the day, every day. I hope they don't hear this. And if they do, I love you. You need to stop. The other one just kind of will kind of continue the conversation. I'll jut in whenever I jut in, but they just like to continue having the whole back and forth. Just and I'm like, okay, you're talking to yourself for like 3 days in a row. But I'll catch up when I can. Like, and my responses are usually like 1 line, 2 line, like nothing crazy, or maybe a couple of words. I'm like, or lol. And I just walk away and I just keep going. And I'm like, do they need to talk to me? Or just like a Dear Diary. Today and I'm just like the somewhat interactive response of like, wow, good for you, Chief,
You got this.
Yeah. So it's weird for being as extroverted as I am. I feel like I have that one little introvert tendency of no, just my own version of power save. I'm like, no, I'll get back to you when brain can't right now. Tell me, Cordi. Tell me, Cordi.
So for me,
Tell me why.
I have the problem where I hold off on responding because sometimes I don't know how to respond. Other times I'm just like, I don't have the energy. Sometimes I respond immediately. But I've also have the tendency of typing out a message and forgetting to hit enter or send. And then wondering 2 to 3 days later why they haven't responded. And I go back to said message, whether it's a text or a DM, and see my response just sitting there in the typed box, but not sent. And I'm like, ew.
Yeah.
But then there are times I'm a little petty.
What? No. Come on.
I have a friend,
Cordi?
and I'm not going to give any other context other than this. I have a friend who has a habit of texting me at odd hours, asking if I want to do some big event thing, like 2 days later.
Oh, thank God. I was really concerned you're about to dox me in this podcast.
No. So, for example, I'm up, this was Thursday night, 11:42 p.m. I get a text. I'm still awake. I am playing games. This is my 1 hour of mandatory downtime I give myself to play games. I see this text message. Hey, I've got this event going on starting at this time on Saturday. And do you want to attend? And I'm sitting here going, you just texted me. Essentially, you don't know I'm still awake. There's no way for this person to know I'm still awake. They're not friends with me on Discord, not in the servers or anything. And they just texted me at almost midnight on a work night to invite me to a thing on Saturday. So I'm going to pretend like I didn't see this until I woke up on Friday. And then I'm going to respond that I already have plans, even though I don't, because they didn't give me enough notice for this event.
I mean, at that point, your plan is to not go to their thing.
I mean, yeah, pretty much, because they literally gave me essentially 24 hours, assuming I was asleep, to figure out if I can do this big event thing, which I would need things that I would have to buy. 24 hours is not enough time. So I'm just like, okay. Well, that's going to be a no from me. But next time this event or something like it comes up, please let me know at least a week in advance. So I have time to prep. Like, I feel like with this person, I'm always the last person they're checking with, like when they need someone. So they're like, oh, we need one more person. Well, I guess I'm going to text Cordi and see if they can do it. And it's just like, you don't give me enough time. So, of course, I'm going to say no. But that's just, I don't know if that's just me.
No. Honestly, I feel a lot of parallels with that. More so now that I'm older than I was when I was younger. Because I feel like when I was younger, I was like so flexible. I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll do this, do that. Because you didn't have a lot of plans or life things or honestly like seriousness to your life, right? Because you were I'm trying to figure out this flesh avatar, and everything after that is, good soup. And we'll see how it ends up. But no, I have a friend who honestly for years would invite me to, not that I wouldn't love, because I love electronic music, but like I wouldn't love going to raves. It'd be cool. But like literally every other week they were inviting me to a rave.
Oh.
For like a decade. And I was like, we'll call them Emma. Emma, I need you to stop inviting me. And then what happened after a decade? They actually created their own like rave EDM company. And now they host and produce and like fly in DJs. So now it's even bigger. And
wow.
And I'm like, I don't get as many invites anymore. And I'm like, oh, but these might be like legitimate things I might now be interested in doing. But at the same time, not 2 days before. Honestly, and I think people get mad sometimes, like, why are you always so booked up? I'm like, because honestly, the first available I have is usually a month out. And I say that because I booked the previous things I have in the upcoming weekends a month out because I need time to kind of go, oh, let me Alex Mack for a little bit. Think about it, consider. And on the day of, I cannot tell you a guarantee with most stuff since COVID shut us in for so long. If someone invites you somewhere, I'm going. I'm just going. But if in pre this, I was like, and I would do like a ratio in my head. Like, they invited 20 people. I know at least these 13 are going to come. I don't need to be there, so I might not show up. but no, all I could think of was like there are situations now where I'm like, oh yeah, I would miss it for the world. I could be one of 3. I'm like, I'll be there. But no, at least more than 24 hours, preferably 2 weeks. Preferably, especially because now, like, Saturdays, like, we record podcasts in the morning. Like, I don't have anything in the morning, regardless, Saturday or Sunday, just in case, because I've got this, right? Wednesdays and Thursday nights, don't have anything because of stream. You know, it's like Friday nights, I don't try to have too much going on because movie night in my Discord. Like, there's stuff that I'm just like, you've got Monday, maybe. Tuesdays, I occasionally have a game night. So you want to get a hold of me. Sunday and Monday are like days. Like, that's it. And they're usually afternoons on Sunday, and they're definitely evenings on Monday. That's all I got. So you got to really work in to get some time on my weekends.
Simon, do you have any of these tendencies? Or are you just I'll answer?
Yeah, generally answer when I can.
Mm-hmm.
It's a matter of I would like to get an answer back, so I'm gonna answer them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I most of the time don't intentionally put it off. Is the thing.
Only most of the time.
Only with you, Simon. Okay.
I'm gonna leave you on red for the next 2 weeks just because I can now. Don't worry, my ADHD will forget. It'll be like 48 hours, but like the
I'm just gonna eat my ketchup in my loneliness.
Oh, wow. No, it's okay. Honestly, I think I have something where, like, I have to respond to certain people, otherwise my imposter syndrome is, like, massive. And I'm like, oh god, they hate me. And it's like, no, they just calm down, your brain is mean. And I'm like, no! Like, I gotta respond! But other people, I'm just like, ooh, you're pretty incessant, so I'm just gonna let you just kind of chill. Maybe I'll get the hint 3 years later. No? Mm-hmm. No? Okay, no hint. Okay, we're still here. Right. Yeah. Well, we learned one thing. Simon always responds to shit. Good to know.
Yep.
Cool.
It is good to know.
I'm good.
So, speaking of responding to shit, Simon, if someone had to find you on social media, how could they respond to you? Reach out so you could respond?
I am on Twitter and Twitch. No, I'm on Twitch and Instagram. I'm also on Twitter, but under a different hand. Twitch and Instagram as Lazy Warriors. Also on TikTok and on Twitter, I am Warriors Lazy.
You know what was missing this week? The cue card Cordi. Because you had that mouth out so well previously, and this just went off the rails. Cordelia Chase, if we had to find you, and maybe someone could DM you, where would they reach you at?
You can find me on the 3Ts, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. Cordelia Chase, Cordilia Chase, and Rhenvi.
Yeah, so I'm going to link everything from my Twitter because that's the safest bet, and that is Renegade G, Rhene, capital G on the end. And I do love how you had to close your eyes there too, like everyone's having a moment, and I'm like, I'm going to be flawless for 1 second. Watch me fuck up the podcast stuff though. But we have a Twitter for the podcast, StreamlessP, and if you would like to reach out to us for any gimmicks, any photos, any memes, any feedbacks, any suggestions, feel free to email us at streamlesspod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Hey.
And until next time, bye. When did we decide to go all fucky wucky on that? Those sounds were wild. All right. Okay. Peace.